didn't realize until I left that this iconic sign is no longer there. It's been there all my life, so I missed it. I called Sherry and got her to look for it. She found it laying down on the ground. She thinks it's been blown down since the Hurricane Ian back in September. And they haven't put it up, and they haven't picked it up off the ground. One of the most popular things to do on the island is ride your bike. The trail's flat all the way around the island. It crisscrosses the island, goes through wooded areas. Most of it's paved. A lot of it's newly paved just this last year. It's a nice trail. The bike trail around the island is great, flat, maybe 14, 15 miles. I rode that twice, and then separately a 12-mile loop and then a 7-mile loop. Whatever activity you do on Jekyll Island, you can always end it by going by the Dairy Queen. There's actually a lot to do on Jekyll Island. Most people think of the bike trails that go around the island, maybe 14 miles of trails. That's fine. I circle that island a couple of times on this trip. But the beach is beautiful. There's horseback riding. There's the popular games like ladder ball and cornhole, and just taking long walks. Down in the historic area, there's the Turtle Center, there's the Mosaic, there's all of the old buildings that are really interesting to look at.
Look at you.
It's a great place to ride, a great place to take pictures.
Gotta love efficiency.
And she said, I'll send him another one.
I do. Yep.
And what happens is, everything goes to his junk mail. He just deletes the whole junk, and he won't look at it.
He don't either. How was the horseback riding?
It was good, and the horse was a little aggravating there. He had a mind of his own, like
it was
there's
a
boat
she.
coming. It kind of scared that horse and stepped over the side. Then when he got it up to go and turn around, that horse went right next to the tree trying to knock you off.
Ornery.
Her name was Rose.
Yeah, Rose.
And tell them how Rose.
Her name was Sherry, didn't you?
Tell them how Rose didn't like to be passed.
No.
Rose had to get up front. She didn't like them other horses.
Every time Terry's horse start coming up, Rose would pick it up.
That's funny. That is so funny.
And the girl said they're best friend.
Me.
Okay. But you weren't there.
It seems like Driftwood Beach gets more popular every year. There's always a lot of people walking along Driftwood Beach. I've even seen weddings take place there, and I learned this year it's also a good place to ride horses. We had 2 good days at the beach this year that were up into the low 80s, and we really enjoyed soaking up a few rays. There were a lot of people on the beach too. It's amazing. It didn't seem like February. No matter what you're doing on Jekyll Island, you can always make it better by running by the Dairy Queen. An intense treasure hunt takes place in January and February every year on Jekyll Island. They put out these glass balls every day. If you find one, you take it to the Jekyll Island Center and you trade it in for one that's been hand painted by a professional artist. And everybody's out looking for them. So far, we haven't found one. The historic area is beautiful. The hotel stays manicured. It's just a beautiful place. On a side note, the hotel is the best place to run a bicycle also. They're in better shape. This is a picture of our group at Skipper's Restaurant getting eaten up by mosquitoes. One thing I want to throw into this video is the deer on the island. There's so many deer. If you ride around at night, even in the daytime, but at night you can see so many deers. We counted over 50 of them each night that we went out looking. They're not afraid of you. They're usually in people's front yards eating grass. Y'all come back, you hear?